What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And yeah, not a happy video. Jeep just recalled 1.3 million friggin' Jeeps, and it's a bunch of them. And it is another haunting example of why it's important to have a car person, why it's important that who you have running your company is so friggin' important, man. I know you're gonna say, well, this is affecting up to 2025, TK. You can't quit blaming Carlos Tavares. First of all, fuck that guy. Second of all, yeah, they were still using the same parts because they weren't having issues with that in terms of the electronic steering rack. We're gonna talk about all that and more right after this. So guys, before we get into today's video, we got to talk about the giveaway on the channel right now. The Ram 3500 is launched. It is live and active. If you want to get on it, there are some extra entries options remaining that are up as we're getting close to 60% sold. So those are going out. If you want to get in it at the best rate, we put massive extra entries up. And by the way, there are multipliers up there as well. You can get in on it by going to the link in the description down below. Also, make sure to go check out the video of the truck. It is absolutely beautiful. It's clean. It is going to be one of those ones, like I told you, the same as with the Viper, that we're going to be driving that. We're going to be driving that. So link in the description down below, tk'sgarage.bigcartel.com. So yeah, NHTSA puts out this thing, and it's for a fire risk. These connectors get loose. Wonder why that is. I don't know how long. I'm willing to bet at this point, and I'm not Antonio Filosa, but if I was Antonio, I'd probably tell Tim over the North American brands and whoever he's got running all that shit in Europe to say, hey, go over everything. Go over every single part, every single supplier, and anything that Carlos Tavares made a decision on, change it. Change it. Switch it up now. Get rid of it. Do not let this son of a bitch continue to screw our company, because it's little shit, man, and it can be the smallest thing. It's a connector, but it's literally a connector between two sections that come in with the electronic steering can short, catch fire, and then obviously, you have a hydraulic fluid and all that stuff there around the steering rack. It gets hot enough, it can catch fire, and it could burn your house down. So I saw this where people were like, oh, well, it's because of, it's the 4xE. I'm like, this has nothing to do with the 4xE. That was a disaster too. Thank God they got away from that shit. This has nothing to do with electric cars. This has to do with bad parts, bad issues. And tell me how I know, because it's the same thing. You can get into the forums and don't think there's a reason why Tim Kuniskis and Filosa and Matt made the decisions where they hired 2,000 more engineers so they can go over all of this shit and try to make quality better. And I can tell you right now, the quality is way better now if you buy a 2026 or a 2025 than it was for a 23 or a 24. I have people ask me all the time, and I'm sure, the people at the company are not gonna like that I'm gonna say this, but I had to say it. If somebody asks me if they're buying a used vehicle, I tell them avoid 2022, 2023, 2024 vehicles from Stellantis. Sorry. It's just me being honest, because they went to, now some of the 2022s, like the Challenger and Chargers, are probably fine, but all the last call shit, I mean, you saw OC Motivator's Challenger was a door panel shit was peeling, and just bad shit because they went to subpar materials. They went to, let's start saving money on everything. That's all fine. You can pump a stock by trying to save a ton of money on parts here and there, right? And overall, okay, you saved a little bit of money, so the people at Wall Street are going to buy your shit and push your stock up. but that ends up screwing you in the long term. I think GM has learned this lesson after replacing 600,000 effing engines. And I think Stellantis is learning this lesson, that the Carlos Tavares method of let's cut costs on every part we can get, let's save as much money as possible, is not the way to build a fucking car. You don't build cars that way. Yes, are there cheaper suppliers than the more expensive suppliers that make a quality product? Sure there is. 100%. I guarantee that they exist. That said, going the cheapest route is not the smartest route, because it's shit like this that comes out that ends up, now this is a small connector, it's not ridiculous. Is the recall gonna hurt the stock? Is it gonna cost money? Yup, 100% it is. But it's not the end of the world. I'm just saying, if I was in that position, I would be going over everything that this motherfucker touched in this company. Every wiring harness, every fucking panel supplier, all of it. And I'd be like, fuck that. And I'd find somebody else that maybe costs a little bit more money and has a better quality to do it. Now, there are, newsflash, they're already doing that at Stellantis. I actually had I was talking to somebody that works with one of the guys from the board of directors, right? And other people on the board were arguing, not arguing, but they're having a spirited discussion about, well, if they go to this and this costs almost double what it cost before. And the response from the other board member was, yeah, but we won't have a recall in 24 months that hits our stock because the panel goes blank or starts glitching or says the car's going backwards when it's going forward. Couldn't say it any better myself. You still can make, and I don't even, the profit margin on these vehicles right now, there's margin. Now, how do you think they got the Durango to $52,000 with a 392 in it? They ate into their profit margins. They cut the prices down. The Rumblebee, that's going to be a sports truck with all that development in it, how much it costs to make that damn thing, even if they sell it at 60 grand, right? It costs money to get into that, but they're already cutting back prices. They're eating into their profits to give back to the consumers. And I love that. And they're also building a quality product, because a lot of the parts that they're using, or a lot of suppliers that they're using for some of their stuff now, are more expensive than the shit that Carlos Tavares was buying. Just saying. Anyways, am I concerned about this Jeep recall? Sure. It sucks. If you have one of those, park your shit outside so you don't burn your fucking house down. But I think we're probably over the next 24 months, we're going to see less of this. And I think them hiring those 2,000 engineers makes a big difference in putting a stop to this bullshit. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.